Hello, I'm Lucrezia Millerini. The days of paying by cash on London's buses could be numbered. Transport for London is considering phasing out coins and notes next year and replacing them entirely with contactless payments such as Oyster cards. TfL says it would help save millions of pounds, but thousands of people still rely on cash to travel around on London's buses every day. Critics warn it could put jobs and safety at risk. Rags Martel reports.
Paying for your bus fare has changed over the years. These days, money rarely changes hands. But now cash payments could be gone forever, with all passengers forced to use Oyster or bank cards.
We're getting to the stage where it makes a lot of sense, both from a cost point of view of collecting the cash, but also from an operational point of view to try and think about taking cash off the bus completely.
Fewer than 1% of bus journeys in London are paid by cash, but not everyone is happy with this new route buses are taking.
If you want to get on the bus and you've got the money in your pocket to pay for the bus fare, you should be allowed on. That's simple. I really don't accept that those people whose Oyster has run out or whose malfunction should be made to walk home, particularly if, for example, it's late at night in perhaps an area they're not familiar with and they don't feel safe. To be thrown off the bus because your Oyster hasn't got credit on or doesn't have that extended credit seems an absurd way of moving forward.
The London Assembly Labour Group believes the Oyster card needs to change before the system goes cashless.
It's really important if they take that safety net away that they allow customers, for example, an overdraft on their Oyster card or to top up their Oyster card online and then on the bus. And certainly I think we need a guarantee that nobody vulnerable will ever be ejected from a bus if they can't pay.
One of the additional features we're looking at introducing is the ability to make one last trip on the Oyster card. So if you've got no money left, it'll let you make one more trip and then that will be recouped when you next top the Oyster card up.
Isn't this a step backwards? Because it's just nice to have the option to pay by cash.
I actually think it's a step forward. I mean, as I said, we've gone from 25% cash to 1%. A lot of European cities and their bus networks don't accept cash already. I mean, to a degree, we're partly leading the way that a lot of cafes are going, a lot of other places are going. We're perhaps just leading the way and setting the trend for others to follow.
The consultation will last a couple of months. If successful, the last stop for cash on buses will be at the beginning of next year. Rags Martel, ITV News.
Well, we wanted to know if you thought the idea of scrapping cash on London buses was a good idea. We sent out our ITV London cab on the street to get your views.
I think scrapping cash payments is a good thing for local residents and people that are travelling to work. They'll know how to pay directly and it's a much quicker way of payment. I think on the downside, tourists will struggle not knowing that they can't pay by cash.
I think that scrapping cash payments on buses is a terrible thing because, well, for me, I have just recently moved from Sydney to London, and I find that when you go to a place when you're travelling especially, if they don't take cash payments and they only have card, it's very hard.
Scrapping cash charges on London buses, I would say, is a good thing because so many people in central London now have an Oyster card anyway. So it would speed up the entire process of getting on buses and the queues. I agree, I really think that using an Oyster card makes buses and tube transport accessible to all, and actually it would reduce a huge amount of money, save queues and make the entire process a lot easier and speedier, and possibly even encourage more people to take public transport around London, which is never a bad thing.
Some of your views there on scrapping cash on London buses. Well, in other news, a group